dear student participants. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Dr. B. Shadaksharappa, Principal, Sri Sai Ram College of Engineering. On behalf of Sri Sai Ram College of Engineering family, I welcome you all to this Arivu CET fine-tuning webinar on topic mathematics. We organized this webinar exclusively for plus 2 UC Science students. Before I introduce today's speaker, I would like to brief about my college. My institute is established in the year 1997 by well-known philanthropist Melvin Jones Fellow Lion Leo Muthu, founder chairman of Saptagiri Educational and Charitable Trust. Our institution is accredited by NAAC, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, and also accredited by Institution of Engineers India, also certified by ISO 9001-2015. Our institute is approved by AICTE New Delhi and affiliated to Visvesvaraya Technological University. We offer 4 UG programs: BE Computer Science and Engineering, BE Electronics and Communication Engineering, BE Electrical and Electronics Engineering, and BE in Mechanical Engineering. We also offer 1 research program in Mechanical Engineering. Coming to our institution, we focus more on skill-based learning. To achieve this skill-based learning, we have established Sri Leo Muthu Innovation Cell in 3 different domains. And also we have established the MHRD Innovation Cell supported by Government of India. And we established the MSME Business Incubation Center supported by Government of India. We have established the 2 cells like IEDC, Innovation Entrepreneurship and Development Cell, and Entrepreneurship Development Cell supported by AICTE New Delhi and Department of Science and Technology, Government of India. We also established Visionary Learning Community of India to make especially students to ready for industry. And also we established a Center of Excellence in Drone Technology. All these cells we have established to bridge the gap between industry and academia. So coming to our special features of our institution, we have a Leo Muthu Scholarship for merit students to encourage talent up to tuition fee waiver. Our college is ranked top 10 in Bangalore by reputed magazines such as DataQuest, Outlook, Educational World, Times of India, India Today, etc. Our institution consistently producing more than 95% of placement in our institute. During this pandemic period, that is Corona lockdown period, our faculties worked round the clock in preparing notes and lecturing videos and shared the materials through Google Classroom. Also taken online classes using various online applications, effectively engaged and conducted online assessment tests also. During this occasion, I would like to say our management is provided the digital tabs to all the faculties in implementing these digital initiatives. Both staff and students of our institutions are busy with doing global certifications on emerging technologies from reputed organizations such as Coursera and NASSCOM Future Skills, EDX, etc. This is exclusively sponsored by our chairman. COVID-19 unlock ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆ ಈಗ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಆರಂಭವಾಗಿದ್ದು ಅತ್ಯಂತ Please, Reggie Thomas, please mute others. Okay. So these courses are sponsored by our chairman to all staff and students at free of cost. This is actually need of the hour for our students as well as faculty to learn various certifications on emerging areas. In this occasion, I can proudly announce more than 7,500 plus certifications have been completed by our staff and students of Sri Sai Ram Engineering College. Our students through this innovation center working on various projects to support the society to fight Corona, especially frontline warriors. Also, we have donated 100 face shield masks made by our alumni students and our students to local authorities. So coming to this program, today we have with us speaker, Professor Prakash. I take this opportunity to introduce today's speaker to the August online gathering. Professor Prakash HP, Head of the Department of Mathematics, Base PU College, Basavangudi, Bangalore. His qualification is MSc, MPhil in Mathematics. He is having 25 years teaching experience, worked in National College, Jayanagar. Later he worked in SSMRV College, Jain College, ASC College, Mahesh College, Saundarya College. Presently, is working as a head of the Department of Mathematics, Base PU College. Also, he held various positions like HOD, Vice Principal, Principal. He taught PU stream, IIT, JEE, BSc, and guided MPhil students. This is about brief about today's speaker, Professor Prakash HP. Sir, I welcome you on behalf of entire Sairam family. This session will be very useful and beneficial to all of you. Kindly participate actively and make use of this session effectively. All the best for your CET and other entrance examination. On behalf of Sairam family, I welcome and thank the management and principals of various PU colleges. And coming to the students, I request all of you to stay at home, stay safe, break the chain. Thank you one and all. Over to Malini madam.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your kind words and then the motivating words for the participants to go ahead and prepare well. So with this brief introduction, we are going to begin the program soon, and over to Ruchika.
Thank you, ma'am. Right from the day one in the college, we develop ourselves in the field of academics, skills, culturals, extracurricular activities, and whatnot. So Ishwar, would you like to answer what advanced workshop have you attended to enhance your skills throughout the 4 years of journey in the college?
Hi, yes, Ruchika. Hello everyone, I am Ishwar, studying in final year Department of EEE at Sri Sairam College of Engineering. Apart from academics, in every semester we have participated in many IBs, workshops, technical symposiums, where we gained our knowledge about technologies like IoT, AI, VR, AR, PCB designing, app development, and drone technology. This technology added value to our resume, and as well as it helped to create our own project. This is how I come to know about this advanced technologies, Ruchika.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you, Ishwar. Over to you, Brinda.
Brinda, could you please unmute yourself? Yes, I think she was not able to do it.
You are mute, ma'am. You're on mute mode.
She's not able to unmute, I guess. Yes, with respect to this program, we would like to invite the most respectful resource person today, Professor Prakash HP, HOD Department of Mathematics and Base PU College, Bengaluru once again. We would like to share a beautiful moment of our students who are with who will learn technology, who will also have a lot of fun in the campus. Reggie sir, AV please.
This is Mixwap Production.
Thank you so much for sharing this beautiful clip. Brunda, over to you. Brunda, are you able to speak?
Ma'am, she's not able to unmute herself. I think a host has to unmute her.
You can do it.
Yeah, ma'am, even I'm not able to.
Okay. Register, could you please unmute her? Register. All right. Now it is the time to, yeah, register.
Yes, ma'am. She can do it now.
Brunda? Brunda, can you?
Hello.
Yes, Brunda, we can hear you. Please go ahead. Resource person, yeah.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
I'm a student, ma'am. Like,
oh, okay. There is a confusion, register. Okay. Now it is a time to, yeah. Yeah, sorry about it. There is one more Brunda who is in the comparing team who was waiting to unmute herself.
Yeah,
it's okay. Can you hear, Brunda?
Yeah, ma'am.
Yeah, please go ahead.
yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Ishwar, I'm curious to know about what made you to join Sri Sairam College of Engineering.
Yes, Brinda, I got into our college through CET. Firstly, I came to know about our college through my neighbor who was a super senior. He suggested me to add this college on CET list. And in first allotment itself, I got seat in our college. And when I visited this college, I'm very much impressed by its infrastructure, environment, and innovation center, and department as well. And this is how I joined the Sairam College of Engineering.
Thank you, Ishwar. Yeah. Now here we have eminent resource person, Professor Prakash HP, HOD, Department of Mathematics, Base PU College, Bengaluru. Now it's time to acquire the knowledge by listening to our resource person of the day. Once again, I welcome you to this session, sir. Over to you, sir.
Hello students, very good morning to one and all. Today, so we are in this Arivu CET fine tuning series, mathematics refresher program. So my hearty welcome to one and all. So let us see what best you students can do in coming CET mathematics. Yes, students, you know already by name. I am Mr. HP Prakash sir, Department of Mathematics, HOD, Base College, Baswangudi students. Let us see what we can do in today's agenda, students. We shall know about KSET, which you already know, but still, approach to learning is important. So is strategies to crack MCQs. Always, finally, you can ask me any questions related to the subject. As far as CET is concerned, students, you know, it is conducted by KEA every year. And to get admission to any of the following courses, you have to be writing the CET. Whether it is engineering courses, which is for 4 years, or any other professional courses like you can be doing BTech, various fields, or Bachelor of Veterinary Science and Animal Husbandry, or BSc Agriculture, all other subject like sericulture, horticulture, forestry, or BSc Agri Biotechnology, all these students, BSc Home Science, BFSC Fisheries, yes, BSc Agri Marketing and Co-op, and B Pharma, Ayush, wherein you have all this. But most importantly, students, don't forget your exam date. It will not be postponed. As such, it is on 30th and 31st of this month only. So very few days to go. Exactly just 2 weeks. If you concentrate, you will be writing your CET exam, student. Don't forget the timings and the dates. First, you have bio and maths on 30th, morning bio and afternoon mathematics. 10:30 to 11:50 is bio, and 2:30 to 3:50 is mathematics. Followed by next day, you have physics and chemistry. Physics first in the morning and between 10:30 to 11:50, and chemistry 2:30 to 3:50 p.m. Don't forget the days and times. As you already aware that in CET, there will be 60 questions which you have to answer in 60 minutes only, beside the 10 minutes before and after. So in 80 minutes, one must crack PCMB here. You know, 80 minutes will be given, multiple choice questions will be there. Only one single correct answer will be asked. But always keep in mind, there is no negative marking for any incorrect or left out problems. So be positive and go ahead, students. Weightage, of course, by this time you will be knowing, but still it is my duty to tell you that maximum to maximum you may get 15 problems from first PUC, and the remaining lot, 35 problems or more than 35 will be always from second year. So concentrate more on first year, because second year you already know. So if you can crack all the 12 or 15 problems from first PUC, you are doing great job. As you know, so 50% marks of both board and entrance will be considered for your engineering ranking. So hope you have done very well already in the PU board exams. We are all awaiting for the results by 18th of July. Let us see, wish you all the best. Whereas for PCB, only entrance marks are considered for admission to any of these courses like BSc, ISMH, etc. Let us see, students. This is very important in today's talk. So approach to learning. Of course, by this time, you have learned the concept, you had enough time, more time, and you have practiced very well. And summary is very important now. We are at the fag end of preparation of CET. As far as summary is concerned, of course, first reference should be your NCERT textbook, both first and second year, where at the end of every chapter, summary has been given to you. Problems will be based on the summary, or what is given at the end of the each chapter. And beside this, if you want a standard material, hope by this time you might have completed. If not, go for it. Refer our exemplar book, students. Yes, you have done all these now. By now, you made a timetable, you are working regularly, you are focusing on all subjects. Do that, students. Yes, solving MCQ was the only option you had left after your all exams are over. Then this lockdown happened. You have done your best. Now, in the exam, reading the question is a must. It is compulsory. Please read the question till the full stop. Only then you try to answer. Don't ever rush. Understand the problem given. Yes, you can always do all this. So make sure that what is required of the problem, and accordingly you do the justice, students. All this you are doing it so far. Continue doing it. Like, you have to know which has to be evaluated or determined, apply logic, but looking at the options carefully is very important. So always make sure that out of the 4 options, you have to give reading to all the 4 options. Give it a reading. Read all the 4 options. Now let us see, students, what exactly the strategies to crack in our mathematics entrance exam. In entrance, students, mathematics, there can be only 4 types of problems that you will be seeing. The first of them being, when you read the problem, you will know the answer. So we hope, we wish you get plenty of such problems. But according to me, at least you will get 10 to 12 problems, which we call it as memory based. Easily, by looking at that, you know the answer also, and you are on safer side. Second type of problems is, you know how to solve the given problem, but you may not remember the answer. But that is not an issue. You will always do justice to such problem because you know how to solve, but do it in a minute's time, and answer was just a doubt, but you will always do it. Second one also you can do. Third one is the problem, you know from which chapter it was taken, but you are not at all sure about the answer. No issues. But if you can do such problems, more such problem will be given, and your score will be high. So know the topic, make sure that you do it fast and it is accurate, so that always you will get a better score. And there are, of course, a new problem will be there, and I absolutely have no clue. No issues. You don't do that in between. You keep all those problems at the end. Let's see what can be done for such problems. So these are the 4 varieties of problems you will come across in mathematics MCQ. You have to be very smart in the exam. Time is the greatest thing there. So it is time valued exam. Give utmost importance to the time. Be smart. And always go for approximation. For example, means students, approximation means, suppose if you come across a problem like cube root of 127, don't go on calculating using, of course, errors and approximation method. Rather, you know that cube root of 127 is very close to cube root of 125. So its answer must be anywhere near 5. After 4 options, any value which is very close to 5 should be the answer. So you have to make approximation like that. What we mean by elimination method is, out of the 4 options, many a time, you can easily delete 2 options. So you can always make it 50-50. So you know very well that there can be only one correct answer. So stick to that. So keep your mind very calm and focus on the correct answer, students. Yes, you have learned all these things. This is too late to tell you what are the mode of preparation. So you had a practice mode before, giving importance to learn all the concepts and all types of problems in MCQ. Of course, you have taken many tests. You can still take up the test, solve any practice problems. Against time. Time is very important. You can be always accurate. We take up all these, practice all these, so that we can be very fast as well as very accurate students. What is very important is, look at the scanner, students. We prepare. So many a time we have the hard work there, but our hard work is not at all reflected in our marks card. So we want our hard work also to be reflected in marks card. Many a time we ignore this sets relation functions topic, but don't ignore at all, students. Look at the first and second year sets relation functions from year 2014 to till last year. So minimum of 3 to maximum of 6 questions have been asked from this. So it is wonderful concept. Give it a try. Don't leave this. So if you can do justice, that 5 problems or 6 problems what you can get is always advantage. So don't leave this. Other topics, of course, 1 or 2 problems will always be there. But from sets relation functions, you can get maximum of 6 also. Keep that in mind. And of course, you cannot skip what is known as derivatives. Whether it can be first year or second year, complete differentiation, one must be very good at solving, and limits and continuity is a part and parcel of derivatives. So look at that. Minimum 6 to maximum 9 problems from one concept like differentiation means no way you can leave any concepts in differentiations of both first and second year students. Give it utmost importance. Besides this, of course, don't leave one more very small topic but very interesting topic, that of vector algebra. Vectors, easy to score, minimum 3 to maximum 5 marks. 5 problems have been appeared from vectors. Do that. And next, we still have where we may fail is not answering probability problems. Don't neglect that, student. This is one of the easiest for all those who have done problems in this. So you have a minimum of 3 to maximum of 6 problem also appearing from probability first year and second year. Not much in first year, but second year you know that you have beautiful 5 concepts in the study of probability second year. So don't leave that. And of course, there is no stopping integration at all. You have seen that integration problems are most asked. And here also from minimum 4 to maximum 8 questions can be framed from integration itself. Students. So any topic. So let's do scanner. Let's move on. Okay, student. Let us take up mathematics now. If this was the question given to you in exam, we are just discussing the most likely are memory based and easy questions and tricky questions today. Look at this one. Immediately you know that this is taken from derivatives, that too second order derivative. If this function is given, you know it is implicit, and we know how to differentiate this term by term. But doing that in the exam is a waste of time. See, by doing like this, you will get first derivative. Again, doing like this, you get second derivative. We got the answer finally somehow. But don't do by that method. It's always memory that is very important in cracking any entrance exam. Whenever you come across this type of implicit equation, ax square plus 2hxy plus by square equals any k can be 0 also. Remember, your derivative should be, second derivative must be equal to h square minus ab divided by hx plus by the whole cube into k. It will become even easier if your right hand side k is 0. Then your second derivative will be 0. For the example we have taken, you can notice yourself by remembering this. You can just substitute. That will take only few seconds, so that the rest of the second can be utilized for the really new problem that appears in entrance students. Fine, you are already aware of such problem, finding the area of the region bounded by the two parabolas under area problems in integration, application of integration, y equals x square and y square equals x. The two parabolas, one is horizontal, the other one is vertical. You know the procedure, students, but don't ever do it like this, wherein you will find out the point of intersection of the two curves. You know the limits, you know which curve lies above the other curve, and it is always the difference between the two functions, between the limits, then you will get the answer. We know that, but that is in exam. But in board, that was in board, but in the entrance exam, look at this, students. Whenever it is y square equals 4ax and x square equals 4by, parabolas are intersecting, its area is always given by multiply 4a into 4b, which is 16ab, and it is always divided by 3. In our example also, y square equals x and x square equals y. Your 4a and 4b have been equal to 1, and hence the answer must be 1 by 3. Yes, even though it is simple, always remember, and any doubt, your A inverse must be always the reciprocal of your principal diagonal elements. Make sure that the other elements are 0. Then the inverse is this. How to know this is the inverse? When you multiply A with A inverse, you should end up with the identity matrix. So you will always be. So whenever you come across this in few seconds, fractions of seconds, you're completing it. Then the remaining lot of time you can spend on the new problem. Such problems are most welcome. So it is second order matrix. Whenever it is so, it always satisfies this equation. A square minus sum of the diagonal elements into A plus determinant A into I equals 0. Any problem related to this can be asked. Then here also, what is K? In fact, K is nothing but determinant A value. We know how to find determinant of any order, more so second order. So determinant of A is K, so which is 4 minus 6 in this case. So you will find the value of K easily in no time. So K is minus 2, students. You may come across such problems related to properties of matrices, wherein the question was, what is determinant of adjoint A? You can remember the result. It is determinant A to the power n minus 1 the whole square, where n stands for order of the matrix. It can be even adjoint of A, hat-trick adjoint of determinant. Then it should be only determinant A to the power of n minus 1 the whole cube, that's all. So once you have noticed the order here, it is of order 2. So what is your n? 2. What is determinant A? Which you can easily find out. What should be the answer? Minus 2 to the power 2 minus 1 the whole square. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 square is 1. Answer remains minus 2. It's all about remembering, students. Fine. Such problems are most welcome from first year, wherein the task is of finding the foot of the perpendicular from any point x1 comma y1 on the straight line ax plus by plus c equals 0. We have our own method of doing it in the board, but here it is better if you remember this very easily rememberable formula. H minus x1 by a equals k minus y1 by b equals minus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by a square plus b square. To find the foot of the perpendicular, you know your x1 y1 is the given point. In this example, the point is 3 comma minus 4, and your straight line is 2x minus 3y plus 1. See the perfect substitution, students. Once you can remember, immediately you can easily get the values of h and k, so that you know the foot of the perpendicular. From the same concept, they can also ask, find the image of the point from this line onto this. So when you want to find the reflection, what happens is the foot of the perpendicular exactly is at the midpoint. And if your image, if you want, that will be 2 times that. So in the same formula, in place of minus of ax1 plus by1 plus c by a square plus b square, you can just add, rather multiply by 2. Minus 2 times ax1 plus by1 plus c by a square plus b square will get you the image of the point. Make a note of all such problems. Most important in the study of calculus, more so differentiation. As we know from derivatives, we expect a lot of problems. One such beautiful method is due to L'Hopital's L'Hospital's rule, known as whenever you are evaluating any limit of function, more so trigonometric function, if you are getting the limit of the function to be 0 by 0, what one must do is make sure your functions are easily differentiable. Then you have to differentiate numerator and denominator separately, then apply the limit so that you get the answer very easily and beautifully. No need to remember so many standard limits related to that. You can directly differentiate, and you can make use of this more so in continuity, differentiability, and differentiations. Here, the same we have done. Once I differentiated numerator and denominator separately, we get 4 sine 4x numerator by 1. So when we apply, we are getting it as 0. One must be good at chain rule there. Of course, by this time, you should be able to tell me that this problem is in fact taken from the concept implicit function. You get all these infinite series from implicit function. Your fx can be x many a time. It can be log x. It can be e power x, sin x, cos x. So in our example, fx is replaced by sin x, but this infinite series under root is up to infinity. Then you should always remember your dy by dx will be always equal to f prime of x, which is the derivative of the function. In this example, derivative of sine is cos x, and it should be divided by 2y minus 1 always. 2y minus 1. Like that, we have many, but one more important is when a function is raised to itself infinite number of times, fx to the power, fx to the power, fx to the power of infinity. Give it a try. If you can remember, its derivative is always given by y square upon 1 minus log y into f dash of x by fx. Suppose fx is replaced by, this is an example. You may get same or very similar problem. Sin x to the power, sin x to the power of infinity. Remember, your dy by dx is y square by 1 minus log y. That is there. But f dash of x by fx means it is cos x by sin x, which is getting you cot x here, students. So make a note of all this. This is most important as we move on from implicit to logarithmic. Whenever the index is also a function of x, we know one must take log. But many a time in the class, more so whenever they are teaching you entrance part, they would have told you this. Remember this. Whenever you are differentiating fx to the power of gx, you will always get in the derivative the same function into numerator. I mean the index gx into f dash of x by fx, that is derivative of log fx, plus log fx into g dash of x. If you can remember this, problems on logarithmic differentiation will be very easy. Look at this x power x, which should also be treated as standard derivative. You get x power x into the index x. Then when you differentiate log x, you will get 1 by x. That is getting cancelled, giving you 1, plus there is log x. When you differentiate x, you get 1. So derivative of x power x is thus found. Besides such, there are many other problems wherein it is expressed in terms of both x plus y and x minus y as a quotient of functions that can be equated to any constant. In such a case, you should always remember that derivative will be always y by x. Confusion will be there whether it is x by y or so, but no, it is always y by x. Very similarly, whenever it's a function of x by y or y by x equated to any constant, then also the derivative is y by x. As far as the examples are concerned, student, first one is you are already familiar with. You might have done such problems in the class also, regular class. Secant of x plus y by x minus y is given to be a, but the derivative is y by x. If you don't take secant to the right hand side and differentiate, you will never get y by x. So don't waste time in the exam when you see such functions. Quotient of x plus y by x minus y, derivative is always y by x. On any function involving y by x or x by y, its derivative is also y by x. Don't differentiate at all. You should remember that it is y by x. Just like differentiation, even integration is very, very important because we expect more problems from this concept as well. And in that, one among many topic, partial fraction is one major topic, most important one also. If you come across this, integrate 1 upon x plus a into x plus b. Rather than going for partial fractions, remember this is easy. It is 1 upon your constants, b minus a. Log means always it is modulus. It is x plus a by x plus b. Even if you do by partial fraction, you will get back. That takes some time, but this can be done in few seconds. So look at this. This is integral of 1 by, you can easily do that one. Moving on to the next one. So most likely our problem involving trigonometric functions they prefer, like this also. Integrate 1 upon a square sin square x plus b square cos square x dx, rather than looking for what to be substituted, how to do it. Remember this, if it is of this type, answer is always 1 upon a into b tan inverse of a sin x by b cos x. So here, look at the example, student. Just be aware, what is here a? A is 2. What is b? B is 3. And hence your answer must have 1 by 2 into 3, which is 6. Tan inverse of a sin x by b cos x, which is 2 sin x by 3 cos x here, students. As well as 14th one, but you have done similar one, not exactly the same. Whenever it is integration of just e power x into fx plus its derivative f dash of x, you know the answer is always e power x into fx. But in e power, rather than x, if they give any multiple of x, like e power ax into fx plus f dash of x by the same a in the denominator, remember students, its integral is always equal to e power ax into fx divided by a. So whenever there is a coefficient in the power of e, so that should be divided. Look at this example. So what is integral of e power 3x into sin x plus cos x by 3? Answer must be your e power ax, that is 3x. Then the function sin x divided by the same multiple 3. Otherwise, we use it to take 3x as t and differentiate, then get back to integration. But we have less time there. Fine. So what is very important in the study of integration, more so definite integration, is the properties. We have studied many properties. So using that can be done, but if you remember the result, it is always easy. Look at the 15th problem today. If it is integral a to b of root of x minus a by b minus x, remember with respect to x, it's always equal to pi by 2 times the difference of your limits, b minus a. So here also if you see, one must remember that's all. What is integral 1 to 2 of root of x minus 1 upon 2 minus x? Your answer should be pi by 2 should be ready, and it is between the limits 1 to 2 means take the higher one first, upper limit first, minus the lower limit. That is the answer. Fine, you are familiar with such concept where the lower limit is 0, upper limit is any a, fx divided by fx plus f of a minus x dx is always equal to a by 2. But you know most of the time that a being pi by 2, and hence in most of the cases our definite integral answer was pi by 4. This is no exception. Integral 0 to pi by 2 of, they will have the same power, sine cube x divided by sine cube x plus sine of pi by 2 minus x, which is cos x, cos cube x. Answer should be your limit pi by 2 divided by 2, which gives you pi by 4. Moving on. So this is also a property. Whenever it is from a to b, integral a to b, fx divided by fx plus f of a plus b minus x, that is sum of the limits minus x. Remember, answer is very simple. It is always the difference between the upper limit minus lower limit divided by 2. For this, why not we have an example as well. Look at this. Integral 2 to 3 of root x divided by root x plus root of 2 plus 3 minus x. Then answer must be 3 minus 2 by 2. Like that, if you go on, the many, one such problem is also integral 0 to pi by 2 of dx by a plus b cos x. When you get such functions, answer can be, it of course depends on your options. In the options, they might have given cos inverse or tan inverse. Stick to that. If it is cos inverse, answer must be 1 upon root of a square minus b square, where of course a will be more than b, then it is cos inverse b by a. But answer they can also express in terms of tan inverse. Then it is 2 upon root of a square minus b square, tan inverse of root of a minus b by a plus b. Look at this, the answer can be, just you have to be very vigilant in terms of whether cos inverse or tan inverse they have given. So if it is in terms of cos inverse, it is 1 upon root of 9 minus 4, which is 5, cos inverse of b by a. The number alongside cos x is b, so it is 2 by 3. Or the same can also be 2 by root 5, tan inverse of, it is root of the difference between a and b and the sum of a and b. So 3 minus 2 by 3 plus 2. This is one very important problem wherein the intersection of a parabola and the straight line is taking place, which you have done it in the normal classes, regular classes. What is the area bounded by the parabola, standard parabola, y square equals 4ax, and the straight line y equals mx? We can always do it, find the point of intersection, area 1 minus area 2, like we can find out. But here, direct method, it is always given by 8a square divided by 3m cube. You can remember this. Look at this. What is the area bounded by the parabola y square equals 16x and the line y equals 2x? Only thing you have to find out is a and m. Once you know a and m, here I can make out 4a is 16, so a is 4, m is 2. So if I substitute m as 2, 2 cube is 8. 8 and 8 are getting cancelled. Your a is 4. So 4 square will become 16. Look at the answer. In no time, you can easily get the answer as 16 by 3 students. Yes, this is one very important problem as far as not only first year, second year is also concerned. Whenever you get a classic equation, a cos x plus b sin x, this is called a classic trigonometric equation. Its maximum value is always plus root of a square plus b square, and its minimum value is always minus root of a square plus b square. If for the same problem, if they have asked maxima and minima, we can always get this. But here the range they want, that is, they want the maximum and minimum here. To this equation, they have added c. To c, if you add the minima, that is the least value. To c, if you add the maxima, that is the maximum value you will get. So if you remember this, problems on this will be very easy. Look at this example, student. They wanted the range of this function, 3 cos x plus 4 sin x plus 3 was given. First you write down 3, then to this add the minima, which is minus root of 16 plus 9, which is 5. And to the same 3, add the maxima, which is plus root of 9 plus 16, which is 5. 3 minus 5 is minus 2. 3 plus 5 is 8. Thus, we can give the answer very shortly as minus 2 comma 8. So look at this. Binomial theorem is one important concept wherein a lot of standard problems can be given. One such problem can be of this type, where they are expecting us to get the coefficient of x power m in the expansion of any ax power b plus b by x power q whole to the power of n is nothing but coefficient of your r plus 1 term. What is very important is how to get r. Once I know r, I can always get them. R is given by the formula np minus n by p plus q, where p and q are the powers of x of the first term and the second term. Look at this example, student. Now the term containing x power 6 they want in the expansion of this binomial expression. First I will find out r by the formula np minus n by p plus q. Of course, your n is the power to which your binomial expansion is expanded, 9, p is 2, and your m is the coefficient you are requiring for 6 divided by p plus q are 2 and 1. You get this to be 4. R is 4, so your term is fifth term. So therefore, in the original formula, general term, you will substitute r to be 4. So your tr plus 1 is 9cr, a power r minus 1, b power r. So once you substitute and be quick to simplify, you are going to get this as 378 x to the power 6. Like this, there are plenty that you students can do it from any of the books, more so from, you can also refer to G.K. Ranganath book if you have already, which is well known as time-saving result, that is the need of the hour. You know how to do the problem, but doing it faster is important. For that, memory is so important. So to have the memory, you can do that. And you need to have to say sorry now. We have our material from base team. We have what is known as Saral CET students. Here, comprising both first and second year, all the 29 chapters, all the 29 chapters are made it into practice papers, and we have done it as section-wise papers, and we have 9 section-wise papers on second PUC and 6 on first PUC. All these are being done by excellent teachers for you students, and you can see the video solution of all the topics in our Saral CET. Not only that, we have also have taken 3 mock practice papers and its video solution, and plenty of test papers is also there available in our Saral CET. So which comes in a price of just 4,999. You can always see. So you can do much better with this also, when you get all the material, PCM, all the material comprising of 15 into 3, 45 section-wise test papers and 3 practice papers, making it 3 into 3, 9, and plenty of online tests which you can take up. Go for this. This is very useful in a short span now. So to be speaking, only hardly 16 days are left. By then you will be into your entrance exam hall. So do go for it. Select CET by us days. Thus, thank you, students. So it's a small journey with you, wherein we can share the best of the thing with you. Hope you will benefit from this. Make a list of all these time-saving results, memory-based results, so that which will really help you in cracking the CET exam. In CET, if you can able to do on your own within the stipulated time, even 35 to 40 problems, that is always welcome. But don't leave, because there is no negative marking. Remaining whatever 15, 20 problems, if you have left also, don't leave it and come. You can mark for the remaining either option A as the answer or option B, so that who knows, out of the remaining, even 5 to 8 problems are found to be correct, means your ranking will be somewhere high. So make sure that you are not only very intelligent, you have to be very smart also in the exam. Time is very important, time is very precious. So wishing you all the very best, students. Thank you. Any questions and clarifications? You're most welcome.
Thank you.
sir, for your-
Yes, Ruchika, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir, for your informative session. The Q&A session will be enabled after some time, sir.
Okay.
So there are 3 important aspects in student life after PUC. That is, first, selection of colleges. Second, personality development and journey in the college. Third, and last but not the least, that the placement in the reputed companies the one gets. So Ishwar, how the placement cell helped you getting placed?
Ishwar, please unmute yourself. Ruchika, I think you can unmute him.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Please go ahead. She's asking you a question.
Yes, Ruchika.
Yeah, so Ishwar, I asked how the placement cell
Yes.
helped you getting placed. Will you tell us?
Yes, Ruchika, I'm glad to say that I placed in a company called Filmtronics. Thanks to Training and Placement Cell for training me. They started to train us from 6th semester by conducting mock tests, mock GDs, and mock face-to-face interviews. These things helped me to gain confidence to face the interviews. And these are our placement cell, helped me to get placed. Thank you.
Yeah, that's great. That's really great. Thank you for being so kind and sharing your thoughts. Now I request Ms. Brinda, student of 3rd year Computer Science Engineering, to propose vote of thanks.
Thank you, Ruchika. Good afternoon, one and all. I take this opportunity to express immense gratitude to all of you for participating in this webinar. It is indeed a privilege to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of Sairam family. I thank today's resource person and speaker, Professor Prakash HP, HOD, Department of Mathematics, students and parents, our beloved principal, Dr. B. Shadaksharappa, respected management representative, Dr. R. Arun Kumar, trustee and PRO, Shri Patel, and trust office members, HODs and TPO, teaching and non-teaching staff of Shri Sairam College of Engineering, and my comparing team for making this program a grand success. Thank you one and all. Over to you, Ruchika.
Thank you, Brinda. Now let's move on to the Q&A session. Over to you, Brinda.
Yeah. Students, now you can start typing the questions in chat box, and also you can raise your hand symbol. Even you can speak to the resource person directly. Now I request Professor Malini ma'am to moderate the Q&A session. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Brinda. Thank you for this opportunity to moderate this session. Sir, First of all, I would like to thank you for this such beautiful short description and to give the techniques like what the student has to do and then what can make them to score very good marks in their CET by cracking and then focusing on some of the questions. There are certain things like even I remember Professor Ramanathan sir's book when I was writing the CET exam. And it is such a fantastic book as you have suggested. And you have also suggested about the Saral CET. That is also very good. With this, I just would like to ask you one question. Is there any particular technique where or particular questions which the students have to memorize, which would help them to crack the questions within a given time? Is there anything that the student should do to do this, to crack the questions?
Surely, madam, they have to do this because they know how to do the problem, but that alone cannot get them all the problems because it's a 60 minutes show. So in 60 minutes, if they have to crack all the problems, they have to remember majority of the most standard formulas or techniques. As I was mentioning, these are called memory-based or time-saving results. They can make out, but the list is also too much. If they actually want to make out of roughly say 30 chapters, they will get not less than around 3,000 memory-based technique. But students cannot remember 3,000 memory-based techniques. Even if they can remember around 50 to 100 also, that will be of great help. They must do it. They must do it.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Yes, as I understood right, like there will be the list of formulas which they have to memorize, and then that would make them to crack any question within the given time. That's really, really so true. And one of the student was asking about, please repeat the slide number 6 to 12, because they would like to know what is exactly, what they have to follow in that 6 to 12. So could you please repeat that, sir?
Why not? Why not? We'll do it.
Thank you.
Slide number 6 to 12.
Yeah.
Know your exam date. That is very important, students. First day biomaths, second day physics, chemistry. Maths is on first day itself. Just be aware of the pattern. Most important, the 60 minutes. Overall, 80 minutes will be given. Only one correct answer for each question. What is very plus for all of us is no negative marking. So go ahead and answer all. No negative marking at all. Weightage one must know. Second PUC is more always, of course, spanning from 35 to 38 problems. 12 to 15 will be first PUC. Any entrance, more so into engineering, it should be 50% marks in both board and your entrance. Getting into medical is only PCB marks. Entrance marks will be considered. This, by this time, you students have done, but what is very important is the summary. Summary, you have to go through it because the question paper will be framed from our NCERT book only. Look at the summary of each and every chapter. You have to, it's a must. Once you do all this, one fine set of problems if you want, that is of course in our exemplar book. Very standard, very great level problems are there in our NCERT exemplar book. Don't miss that problems, students. Yes, you have to, you must read the questions completely. We keep on telling whether it is physics, chemistry or maths, reading the complete question. Here the problem is a must. You must know what the problem is asking, what exactly to find. Be specific, students. Be clear. And importantly, 4 types of questions they will ask. These are the 4 types of questions you will be facing. First one is too easy. You know, by reading, you know the answer. that anybody can do. Last one also, nobody knows and no clue also. That should be kept at the end to just mark either option A or B. But second and third is more important. Say, you know how to solve, but you can't remember the answer. But the blessing is you know how to solve, but do it faster. Do it faster. There, if you have any technique like time-saving results, if you know memory-based, if you know, then that is always easy. And there are plenty of questions which you know from which chapter it is taken, but you never know the answer. So if you can do that also, so anybody who scores more than 35 in maths is considered to have done well. But sky is the limit. You also can score out of out. That's always a great thing for total score students. So remember, these are the 4 types of questions you will come across. This is what we want you students to be always fast and be accurate. What is very important is each second is important there. Every second counts there. Yes, this and all you have done already, practiced it. You have taken many tests. Still, you can go for our Saral CET 2. These are the slides you might have missed out or you wanted one more time. Here are the slides. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for playing those slides. And there was one more question. When you have displayed the mark distribution, it was less visible. Could you please zoom it and then show it to them once again? One of the students is. Yeah, this is the one.
Here, but no guarantee. Because from the previous 2 years, they were asking problems on LPP also, like 1 or 2. So don't leave any topic, but more focus is what we are telling here. More focus must be on some of these topics, like sets, relation functions, don't miss out. Because minimum 3 to maximum 6 problems are from both first and second year relations and functions. 3D geometry, we tend to leave that, don't leave any topic. That is my suggestion. More so 3D geometry is very easy if you just give it a reading. And what is very important is, of course, derivatives, limits, continuity, and derivatives. So,
yeah, they were not able to see that. Could you please zoom it a little? That's what they're asking.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
They can do it in their own mobile.
Okay.
They can do it. They can always do it. Let them make a note of it. This is from the previous years, 2014 to till last year. Let them take a screenshot. That is the best option.
Yeah. That's what I was about to ask. Students, please take the screenshot of this.
Very important. It is
yes.
How they prepare is very important.
Okay.
So this one slide. And we have one more. It's all combined together, both first and second PUC marks distribution. So let them have this in mind. This is second slide. Here also they can make a notice that probability, most often students will feel, let me leave, but don't leave. So minimum of 3 to maximum of 6 problems have appeared from probability. Those who have done problems on this will find it really easy. We see the application of combination there. And of course, integration, don't leave. Integration, it's minimum 4 to maximum 8 problems means that speaks.
All right. Students might have noticed that what all need to be focused, and then the probability, as sir is repeatedly saying that please note down all these topics which you have to make maximum effort, and so that you will be able to score very high. And the purpose of this program would be definitely served if you follow this kind of like the tips that the sir is giving. And one of the student is asking, like, could we see one problem again so that it will be very helpful for us to follow. Could you please show one problem, sir? Yeah.
Why not? Have a look at the first problem itself, students. We are very good at differentiation by now. We love to do differentiation. So don't go on doing differentiation there. This is a problem from, of course, differentiation. But you have to get this answer. If students goes on doing derivatives, it takes time. Rather, if you can spare some time and remember the result like this, then it will be easy. Where the previous one, sir? See, it will be this lengthy. If you want to do it, you are doing it fine. But without your knowledge, you will be taking not less than 2 to 3 minutes on one problem itself. You are doing it and doing it. You get first derivative, you get second derivative, which such problems have been done also in the classes. Finally, you will of course get the result, but that is not the thing here. But getting the result at faster time, in less time, is important. For that, there will always a method called shortcut method, time saving results, memory based. Remember this, students. So you have to compare and remember, so that more you remember, it's more advantage for you. Besides, of course, you have to be very strong with your subject knowledge. You can do well. This is also one. You can do it by, this is board method of doing it, but we have absolutely less time in the exam, entrance exam. So you have to take up this memory technique, where in intersection of any two such parabolas means you can always remember this and get the answers to it. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for repeating the slides and then making them to understand what they wanted actually. And vector algebra possibilities and then probabilities and all these things are very, very important, and then they have to practice a lot. Most importantly, practice makes a man perfect. So I would believe that they have to practice a lot. And in mathematics, you have already told what are the memorization techniques that they have to go through. And then they have, if they follow all these steps, I'm certain that they are going to score very good marks. So there are so many students who are expressing their thankfulness to you for attending to their questions and then giving them the shortcuts. And on behalf of all the participants, once again, I'm going to express my deep sense of gratitude to you and then the thankfulness. And students, participants, the quiz questionnaire, that is quiz link, is already posted in the chat box. The same will be sent to you by the on your phone number also. You can attempt it, and then there will be a time frame of around 2 o'clock tomorrow. So before that, please attempt to it, so that you will be able to understand that where exactly you need the practice and where exactly you need to focus, so that you have already undergone the same kind of quiz. You have already attempted for the same kind of quiz in physics, chemistry, and mathematics. So finally, the last day would be again the CET mock test, where you are going to write all the three in the similar pattern to the CET, so that you will understand that what exactly the score that you can get with your current preparation and where you need to make more preparation. So I would again like to repeat the like management's scholarship that is announced on this CET mock exam. That is, if at all you are going to be one of the 5 top rankers in the CET mock examination, and if you take the admission in our college through CET quota, you will be rewarded 10,000 as a scholarship. And if at all you are in the 20 toppers list in the CET awareness program, that is in the mock test, CET mock test, and if you happen to come through the management quota, then you will be rewarded 20,000 as a scholarship. If there is anything that you want to reach out, you can always reach out me or the college. You can reach me out on 9902748006. And you can always reach the college on the display board on the screen. Then you can see the scholarship that our management is providing. And you can always get the best benefit of it. And I'm sure that if you join engineering, you should join a college which always gives you a way to progress further, through placement, through projects, through innovations, through your creative thinking, where there is a room to play in all this. So I would wish all the students bound full of like a good wishes to score the best marks. And over to you, Richika. Thank you so much for giving me an opportunity to become the moderator in this Q&A session. Thank you so much. Over to Richika. Yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Hope all of you have clarified your doubts. With this, I would like to thank each and every one of you for actively participating in the webinar. We wish all the students to fine-tune their learning. So this brings us to the end of the session. Stay home, stay safe, and prepare well. That's my time. This is Ruchika Pandey signing off with the Compare team. Thank you one and all. Have a good day.
Thank you, everyone. And most importantly, I would like to express the deep sense of gratitude and then the thankfulness to the resource person here, Professor Prakash sir, and our beloved principal, sir, Dr. B. Shadaksharappa, sir. Thank you so much for curating this program and giving us an opportunity to conduct this program. Thank you, our respectful management representative, sir, Arun Kumar, sir, Dr. R. Arun Kumar. Thank you so much, sir, for giving us an opportunity. And I would like to express my deep sense of thanks to the PRO and then the trust office member, Patel sir, and all the trust office members for giving us an opportunity. And thank you all the HODs and then the TPO and the teaching and non-teaching faculty for helping us to complete this program successfully. And most importantly, I would like to thank all the participants who supported, who participated, and who got all kind of tips for physics, chemistry, mathematics. And going ahead with us, it is a continuous journey. You can always be with us and you can always get the best from our institutions. So thank you once again. Thank you everyone who participated in this program. Thank you comparing team, Richika, Brinda and Ishwar. Thank you everyone.
Thank you,
With this, I would sign off. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. With the seeking the permission of principal, sir, shall we?
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.